Hey Mystics, welcome to the channel. I'm Teresa. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. In any event, thank you all for stopping by and clicking on the video. We're going to get right in here. Got another reading that's I've been kind of wanting to do here, so we're going to get right in. I've already called in my tarot guides, but I would like to ask that Archangel Michael, Yeshua, Archangel Raphael, Archangel not Metatron, and Archangel Sandalphon remain with me. Put a wall of protection around me and the viewer as we go into this reading. And of course, any of the ancestors and beings of divine light that have messages for me, please allow me to be a clear channel for spirit for the family. Thank you. Ashe. All right. So we're going to get on in here. The reading that I want to do today is the Dreaming Tree. Since we are kind of here at the crossroads of this summer solstice, I know I'm feeling something pretty significant coming. So it's just a few decks been kind of calling to me. Oh, we have flowers here. Card 11 is the first card out the gate. Metatron's number. Be generous, success, and emotional fulfillment are yours. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. I ain't gonna pull all of these. Oh, wait. Oh, wow. Look, I can't put all of it. Well, I could. It's my table. I can do whatever I want to. But it says charge ahead with confidence, stay strong and focused. And then there are two paths ahead. Be true to yourself. So we got flowers, the chariot, and the lovers coming out here right out the gate. And on the other side of that, those cars are all just a handful of them flipped over. We got plane here indicating travel, unity here, time of divine understanding. But look at there. I don't have to tell you what that's indicating. Them hands coming together with love, the fool, snake. Actually, Snake is just making you aware in this deck. Snake is not the same as it is exactly in a traditional Lenormand. It's just saying that your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path. In a lot of spiritual traditions, the snake is a highly spiritual animal. And truthfully, I'm seeing that in this deck as I've called in a lot of my guides. When I see snake and it's not in a deck that specifically means a negative energy, I see this is Lord Inky's energy here. So I think we do have to kind of at least keep that one. But wow, love, unity, and this travel situation here. We're off to a rip roaring start. Okay, so I did want to take a look as far as our oracle cards. We're going to look at the ancient stones, the healing waters, and healing spirit to see where we're going. And then we're going to get into the reading itself. We got two here. Soul agreement, our soul mission, soul plan, life purpose. And then stepping stones, take the next step, simplicity and focus. I'm telling you, we're at the threshold of, like I said, we've been asking for it and seeing and wondering. We've been like kids in the back seat of the car. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And I can't promise nobody that we're 100% everything gonna unfold tomorrow. But I really believe we're just about there. We've been are we there yet in it for a long time. And I think Spirit is saying that the table that they have been preparing for you is just about ready for you and your crew to sit down at. So yeah, don't lose hope. Stay focused. And I think now it's like fine, like I say, it's a matter of fine tuning your order. You may not have ordered up everything because the master chef know better than you do, but you've been kind of putting some of your desires and wishes into place, and yeah, it's coming together. Cosmic Ocean is here. Current dreams, future realities, new beginnings. What I said. And the waterfall, inner power, unbridled confidence, claiming your place. It's about getting ready to understand instead of are we there yet? Are we there yet? Coming to the confidence of knowing we right around the corner, is right over the horizon. We're just about there. The train has left the station. So we don't even have to worry about when we get in there. We just know it's underway. here. Healing spirit. Okay. We got share the gift. If the world around you seems turbulent, stop and be the best version of yourself and start today. So spirit is telling you, stop worrying about what the rest of the world is doing, because that really ain't your business and ain't got nothing to do with you. You got gifts coming in. Share that. Be the change that you want to see. Don't worry about this over here. You be this. Starting today, wherever you're at, start from where you are. That's all any of us can do. Because guess what? I promise you, you far way further ahead than this. You don't have to live in that turbulent energy. The rest of the world is losing their minds, and I'm not saying they ain't justified. They cooking up some real crazy stuff and have been for hundreds, thousands of years. But again, that ain't our business. Ain't got nothing to do with you. It don't have to unless you give it your attention. Then it comes into your experience and have plenty to do with you when you allow it to. Spirit is telling us, don't do it to yourself. It ain't worth it. Now the rich spread that we're gonna get into, this is called the Dreaming Tree. This is a conversation with spirit out of the Gaia deck. And the Dreaming Tree spread is basically it is a complex reading, so I'm gonna look at it so we're here, but it allows you to have an in-depth conversation with yourself and with the divine. So we're just gonna kind of take a deep breath and relax a little bit and let these cards flow, and then take a look at where they are. Oh, something done went horribly wrong here. I can't find my unk. Now you know this ain't cool. I was using it as a book holder to hold down that other reading that I was doing. I did get up and go to the restroom, but still, I don't ever take it off the table, so I'm not exactly sure what I did with it, but that doesn't give me a lot of confidence. I'll find it later, though. We're gonna use the dagger, I guess, this go around to hold this plate, hold this down. So, and again, I'm not gonna actually try to do the positions in the way. Well, actually, I can. I'm kind of used to it. It's gonna look a mess to you looking at it sideways, because the way these go. The first card coming out represents the Seeker, of course. Did something flip over there? Oh. Healing. Okay. Yeah, I tried to tell you that's so position one here. You are healing. Let's see what we got. And the first branch is the current mood or energy in your environment at the time of this reading. And we have the three of earth here. Yeah, I think that's the three of earth. So we have to take a look at that. And then the second branch is a possible strength or weakness that may be um, it may impact the present. And it's interesting, when I flipped this before, I wasn't sure it wanted to come out. So these two, truthfully, the second position and third position could kind of sort of be interchangeable, because this card, I put it back in and started shuffling again. It came right back out with the Queen of Air here. Ooh. And the Sage is here. This is our present situation. So you're being called into some kind of spiritual ascension point. Wow. Now we have the fourth branch is the first of three possible courses of action for the future or present. And actually, we're going to have three of those. There's three possible choices. We got this Earth Dragon here. This is the Ace of Pentacles. The Scribe. That's the second possible choice. And the sixth of, I think this is the sixth of air. No, it's not air. This is cups. I think the six of cups. We're gonna look and see. I can't ever tell because it's the way they do the. Yeah, this is the. I think this is the pentacles. This is the air. This is the cups, and the other one would be the one. So yeah. Now the within the next few weeks ahead, we got the fifth wrench. Let me see what's coming up with that in the next few weeks. Ooh. Ooh, in the next few weeks ahead, we got desire. I'm trying to tell you. Look, if you, I didn't intend for this to be a continuation, but there is another reading that I'm publishing today. It was from the Lemurian Star Child deck, along with the Golden Age Tarot, and it was talking about like being on the threshold of this rebirth and ascension, and it mentioned going into the vortex or being activated by other vortexes. I honestly believe that this is a time when some of your desires are about to spill out into the manifested reality here. So, wow, that's kind of exciting. And then let's see. For the first root, we got this is something or someone or something from the present that may have influence. Wisdom is here. Okay. And this is something from the past that may have influence. Emotion or intellect. And then we have your subconscious feelings and thought, the third root. And this is it just says V. I'm not sure, I've never pulled this card, so we definitely gonna take a look at this because it looked like some kind of conflict there, but it just has it's the five of fire, five of wands, but I haven't pulled it. Oh wow. And then the third root or third leaf, the next few months. Oh, I got to take both of these. Only one was supposed to be taken, but two cards flipped over with it, and we're definitely going to take a look at them because we have intuition here, along with the ace of. Which dragon is that? Now, wait a minute. I think this is the ace of cups. We got pentacles and cups here as aces, so we're going to definitely take a look at those. But before we do, we're going to clarify with the Psychic Tarot just to kind of see where we're at before we start delving into the book. Just to see. This is kind of cool right here. Okay, with healing, it's calling for patience. And with this three of, I believe that's the Three of Pentacles, shadow is here. With the Queen of Air, we have wisdom. With the Sage, we got choose wisely. Okay, and all right, I don't even know. Let's see, we got with the aces. I believe this is the Ace of Pentacles. We've got sacrifice. Love begins is here with the scribe, and then the crown chakra is here with this Six of water. I think that's the Six of water. We're gonna see in a minute. Ooh, that flipped out hard. Wow, new beginnings is here with desire, y'all. And then with wisdom, We got material harvest. And we've been seeing that kind of theme too. There's something in this spiritual ascension that's going to unlock something materially for you as well, especially as you get to a point where you become, well, like I said, get adjusted in it and begin to speak on it or use it in some kind of way. To yeah, it's going to take care. Emotion and intellect is here. Now, this was the position of something, someone or something from the past that may have an influence. And we had emotion and intellect here with trapped in fear. So are we still kind of in a position of not really knowing how this is going to work out, or maybe a little bit of imposter syndrome, or just a little bit of unsure, lack of confidence because it isn't happening. Like I said, we've been stuck in, are we there yet? Are we there yet? So we really don't know. Are we making this up, or is Spirit really delivering us to this? So I kind of get a sense of a little bit of still a little bit of fear there, but we don't have to stay trapped in it because everything else looks so beautiful. Yeah, power is here too. And maybe that's the case. Whatever this five of fire has got going on here, that's um the subconscious stuff that's kind of messing with you. But here, look, in the next few months, rejoice and celebration is the card that this reading ends with. We're not going to pull one for each of these, but I do want to pull a couple of Gaia cards because those are the ones we're going to leave out of here with. I mean, these are the Gaia Dreams of Gaia Tarot, but I'm also going to pull a Gaia Oracle for us to exit the reading with. And I'm going to pull them now before we jump into the book for some of these positions. What do we have here? Purification, water, and eternal love, happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. So there's some kind of an emotional cleansing or rejuvenation here being called for. And for many of us, it may have to do with actual physical rejuvenation and cleansing. I think the last message that I had talked about was for those that are being called into physical healing. We're getting into some information from Heal Thyself and talking about how Yeshua talked about actual water cleansing externally with the body, doing the salt baths and the purification baths, but also internally as far as like water fasting and enemas and things like that to completely purify the body to allow these upgrades and downloads to be more completely installed as we're going through this final or this particular, I can't say final stage of evolution because who knows where the final is. Yeshua is still ascending too. Hilarion, Sanat Kumara, all of it doesn't really end. But I'm saying as far as this next significant shift, think of it as like a ship going through locks in the canal. And so for this next season, we're being asked to clear our physical avatar or vessel to allow for these spiritual upgrades. And in some cases, some of these upgrades are going to be physical as well. But in order to hold the amount of light codes and light energy that our bodies are going to be being upgraded to in this next phase, we have to clear our body of some of that physical stuff. So there is a purification being called for. And then, like I said, eternal love, that is more than just romantic love. Yeah, there's some, but it's talking about fulfillment. Now, let's get in here and look at in this first position, as far as you're concerned, in this healing phase, 11. The key phrases here It says to be human is to be wounded. It's a time to connect body, mind, spirit, and soul. Let go of definitions and labels. Nurture passions and seek pleasure. Authenticity, honesty, and laughter. Find your source of disease and distress. You need to forgive. Do what's necessary to increase well being. Do not dwell on the unchangeable past. Shift your attention. Do not allow your pain to hurt others. And then, of course, if there is a need for you to seek treatment, whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, whichever the case may be, do not be afraid to actually seek treatment for this during this time, because that, like I said, don't get so caught up in ego that you got this and you can handle it. If you can't, now obviously if you can't afford whatever, I'm not telling nobody what they got to do, but if you know for a fact that you got something physical you need to attend to, Spirit is saying it's right here at the beginning of this reading, tend to it. If you know that there's something emotional or mental that you need to tend to it. If you know that there's something spiritual, some spiritual work, some other dark night, introspective, inner child, whatever, working on forgiveness, working on uh, unconditional love, working on empathy, working on compassion, whatever it is that you know that comes to your mind that you know is something you need to work on. Spirit is saying, get on that. Don't let that trip you up and keep you from doing what you need to do. Now let's get here. I think these aren't. This is the. Hold on. That's not water. This is earth. Okay. Yeah, three of earth here. The keywords are ambition, sowing seeds, groundwork, energy investment, sacrifice, fertility, and outcomes. It's time to make preparations, risking future goals and ambitions. Investment, sacrifice equals reward. It's a time of increased opportunity. People notice your commitment and dedication. It's also a time to check and make sure your motives are pure and to maintain intimacy and connection. So the Three of Pentacles, I mean, in the traditional tarot, we typically see that as collaboration. We see the craftsman. I used to early on in my tarot journey, I saw it as like an apprentice, but I don't even think it's an apprentice. I think it's more like the architect is conferring with the sponsors or what have you, but they are paying active attention to him. So it's a place of kind of building and designing. This may be a time to examine the shadow aspect to make sure that your motives are pure as you're moving forward as well. Now, the Queen of Air is here with her decisions. I mean, the Queen of Swords, we know she is all about decisions. This is using wisdom and discernment. And in the Dreaming Tree, that is the second branch. So it's a strength or weakness that may impact your present. Is something that we need to take a look at. The third branch, the present, this is the role of the sage. So the sage is, let me see what the keywords are here for the sage, though. I just realized there's quite a lot of major arcana here too. We got wisdom, the sage, healing, intuition, desire, and the scribe, and then two aces as well. That's a lot. Um, the sage, it says be the storyteller or sharing communication, knowledge, information, culture, tradition, advice. Be the storyteller, communicate your thoughts and feelings, know your audience, devote time to research and investigation, learn the tradition and customs of others, know your ancestors and heritage, sage advice both given and received. And let's see. But on the flip side, it says there's no good time to give unsolicited advice. Question your traditional reactions and responses, and do not speak so much that you forget to listen. So choose wisely is here with this, and it talks about not embellishing the truth. So again, with this ascension, I believe there's a bit of the sage is coming out in you, some hierophant type energy. is coming out for you. Intuition is here. We're seeing some evolutionary changes, but they're just saying be careful and be wise. You're not being granted this much authority and power and all those things to misuse your wisdom and your power. Choose wisely. Now, with the three choices that are coming up over the next few weeks, we come here with the Ace of Earth. This is new beginnings, goals, motivation, desire, preparations, opportunity, education, security, potential reward. The key phrases are practicality and pragmatism, starting a new financial or career opportunity, reward versus consequence. It's talking about making preparations, planning for the future, and material gain, and a desire for security. So, yeah. It says when the Ace of Earth appears in your reading, it represents a time of change and new beginnings on the career and home front. This change is driven by a desire for financial security and independence for yourself or for those whom you are responsible. It is time to make preparations and plans for the future so that you're not challenged or placed under stress by the changes that are coming. What do you want to do with your life? This is a time for you to start writing those things down. And I'm not even saying writing them down from a vision board or a wouldn't it be nice thing. I mean, there is that, but I think this is more of a writing it down from and it's a little bit more than just wouldn't it be nice. When I get this $10 million that I'm manifesting, what do I really need to do? What's the first thing I really need to do? Not just in a abstract, oh, and I'm gonna buy my mama a house, my cousin a house, and I'm gonna go over here and take a European vacation. All of the crazy stuff that people end up with broke. No, it's saying take a real practical, pragmatic look. If I'm actually sitting down here and I've asked Spirit to bestow this upon me because I've seen this incredible vision for what my life purpose is supposed to be and my spiritual work and all of those things, and Spirit is saying that it's right around the corner. When that happens, if I walked out of the house in the morning and there was a huge duffel bag full of money right there for me to start kicking off the dreams that Spirit has given me, practically, what would I do? Write that down. Start looking into it. You may not have the money to go and hire a financial planner right this second, but you could definitely go online and start seeing or looking around to see where the reputable financial planners are. Maybe checking out some of their ratings and whatnot, or looking at a video what to do when you win the lottery or whatever, having plan of mine, or the tax advisors that you might want. They start shopping for accountants. You don't have to go sit down with them and plunk down money you don't actually have right now, but actually sit down and make a game plan for yourself, including, now they didn't always said, anytime you get a windfall of money, the fewer people you tell, the better off you're going to be. But I get it. I understand, because I know there's a few folks in my life too that I'll be so excited I got to tell somebody or bust. So make your little short list of people that you may want to help, and somebody that you really, really trust. I mean, seriously trust with your life. Somebody that's been down like four flat tires for you from the beginning. You don't tell your friends that you just met at the water cooler at work last week. I'm talking about your show enough, Ace Boon Coon, your ride or die. Put them on your list, maybe, if you just got to tell somebody, or your kid or whoever. If they're minor children, be very careful. If you're not 100, even if they're adult children, if you don't really know how your children are about money, be very careful. But these are the things you need to start sitting down and actually taking a look at now. Spirit is saying it's more than just idle fantasy. Some real shit getting ready to pop off. Start preparing for it now. Yeah. Now we've got the scribe here, and that's the 12 of air. Oh. Record keeper information, knowledge, tradition, history, personal history, preservation, and censorship. Look for an unbiased source, be objective, and seek multiple perspectives. Visit the library. What? Oh my good. And I didn't even know. I'm telling you to start looking up this stuff and start preparing now. And in this position, this is all things that are happening. This is one of three possibilities for the next few upcoming, did it say weeks or months? Um, the first of three, this is the second of three choices or possible courses of action for the present or future. And the third one is the sixth of water here, I think. But yeah, they're telling you first one is this money is coming. Second one here, describe, be prepared for it, visit the library or archives, value the written word by writing things down. I kid you not, I'm reading from it. Document your life journey. Because for real, if you get this, when, let me correct my own saying, when you get this windfall that you're manifesting and you're able to do that thing that Spirit has put in your mind and heart for God only knows how long to do, when you finish doing all of that, somebody gonna want to know how to do it. They're gonna want to make a movie of the week, a book, or some kind of an anthology or autobiography or something. Start writing some of that stuff down. Make multiple copies of your digital files. It says there's a need to censor yourself. In other words, write some of this stuff down so you're not so tempted to tell the wrong people. This is a point in time you got to keep this under your hat, because I promise you, some of the people that you swear is your friends and down for you really ain't. They ain't down like you think they down. Some of them are just hanging around because guess what? They understood who you were energetically before you understood who you were energetically, and they just waiting for your ship to come in and pop off because they want in on your windfall. I promise you, you got some folks that's hanging around your life right now, just waiting for you to get on so you could put them on. Those are not the people you're supposed to share your blessings with. So write it down so you're not tempted to tell the wrong people. It says guard your personal information. The scribe is the record keeper, the keeper of all knowledge and information about past, present, and future. He's a priestly man, although not necessarily a religious one. His religion is knowledge and wisdom, tradition, mythos and law, philosophy, religion and science, mathematics and the arts, history, current events, and events that are coming. He has a reverence for books and makes little room for anything else in his life. They're his constant companions, and when he's not reading and memorizing their contents, he is searching for new sources of information and collating and documenting that information so it can be recounted with ease. He is on a perpetual quest for knowledge, not just for his own benefit, but for all of mankind. He believes that record keeping is the cornerstone of civilization, and without accurate records, the past has served no purpose. Unlike the sage, the scribe is a man without intellectual bias or prejudice. He is objective and passionate about preserving, having, and providing the most accurate information, and values being able to provide the uh, the most accurate information. Yeah. So there is a sense we have here with the sage. Like you said, the sage is kind of doing his thing on a more spiritual tip. You got the sage and the scribe here, though. So while you've been on this spiritual path, Spirit is saying, don't get so high up in the air that you forget to button things down practically, too, because you got a boatload of something coming in that needs practically tending to. Wow. And guess what? Crown, that's what love begins too. So you might need to keep that under your hat as well. I don't know how that, I think there are, like I said, the reading, not the one I did today, but the last reading I did for the collective showed very much that for somebody, several, I think somebody's in this collective, your spiritual ascension, your money, and your love is all kind of wrapped up together. You really, it's like a threefold cord. You cannot undo that braid. They're all very much contingent upon each other and dependent upon each other, which ain't necessarily a bad thing because you've been through so much hell and confusion with the ones you don't want. This one that's coming in now, you've waited for it. You've done what you needed to do to ascend. You have guarded your heart. You've cleansed and purified. You've renewed. You sat in meditation, and your partner has also. When this love comes in, this is a slam dunk. Take it to the bank. The hell with everybody else. Can't nothing mess with this. Like I said, so it kind of uh, that kind of scenario, when you get that right on the love end, the money and the power is gonna come with it. Like you said, yeah, money, power, respect, all of that is gonna come together. Yeah. Now we've got here with this crown chakra activation, we have the six of water. Let's see what's going on with it. This is kindness, concern, sympathy, compassion, understanding, forgiveness, love, ideals. The ideal of kindness and compassion, seeing all that is good and pure in humanity, striving to be better, embrace healthy boundaries, accept that you will falter, overcome obstacles with gentle determination, do not meet aggression with aggression, be kind and walk away. The six of water is the epitome of kindness and concern. She represents all that is good and pure within humanity and an ideal that many strive to meet. She is kind but not to a fault. She displays concern and care but does so with a level of emotional detachment. She is sympathetic, compassionate, and giving, but not to the extent that she leaves nothing for herself. Say that one more time for the people in the back. Yeah, you can be kind and compassionate, but you come first. It's like the flight attendant tells you when the oxygen mask falls, put your mask on first. You can't help nobody else. Stop giving to you. Them give you the shirt off your back type people. They praise us in the world for that, but because you're coming into the kind of windfall and abundance that spirit is showing here, you're gonna have to get that give till it hurts, give the shirt off your back mentality. There's a time and place for that, but that ain't in this reading. You're getting the six of cups, six of pentacles. The six of pentacles didn't come here, but material harvest is here, along with a considerable amount of power. You're coming into this type of energy with these dragons coming out for you. Spirit is saying that season of over giving and people pleasing, that's over with. You have to be more wise about how you're giving. She's understanding and aware what we all think, believe, uh, and see life in a unique way. She is understanding and aware that we all think, believe, and see life in a unique way, and that this determines how we behave and respond to others. She is forgiving, but forgives because she knows the act sets her free and enables her to move forward without being weighed down by past experiences. She is a gentle soul who overcomes all obstacles with a determination that is free of any aggression or intent to do harm. She is the peaceful warrior who wins all with a gentle touch or smile, a kind word, and compassionate, generous nature. And like I said, again, you're preparing for these are the three alternatives that are coming up here very soon in your life choices. But honestly, I don't think it's an either or. I think these are all arrows in your spiritual quiver or assets of your spiritual armor, if you will. The energy of the Ace of Pentacles and the Scribe and the Six of Water as your crown chakra opens and all of those things. And we've got desire here. And normally, I mean, that's kind of self explanatory, but I'm kind of wanting to see what the book has to say since this is literally like spirit is kind of teeing you up. This looks like the locker room talk before the big game. So we've got new beginnings right here again. We're on it, and this is in this position in the reading. This is within the next few weeks. That's the fifth branch position of the dreaming tree. This is coming for you. New beginnings within the next few weeks ahead, or surely before we, like I said, the summer solstice is upon us in 2 days. So I would hazard a guess that between now and the autumnal vortex, or certainly between now and the winter solstice, you're going to see some dramatic changes in your life. This is a season of moving ahead. You've been in that kind of hanging out in that no man's land, in the void, in hermit mode, dark night, introspection, kind of in your cave scenario. It's time to come out of the cave, and there's going to be a powerful moving forward within the upcoming months. We have card 20 here, desire. This is your wants, your dreams, ambitions, goals, gestation, manifestation. What do you desire most? How much do you want it? Desire compels action. Make another attempt, great expectations. Ground your desires in reality. It says to desire, to wish, or long for something. To lust or crave is a desire. In simple terms, desire means to want something. Desire is the fourth influence on choice. And when it appears in your reading, it asks that you explore your desires and ask, what is it that you want and how much you want it? What are you willing to do in order to achieve your desires? Yeah. And honestly, I think that goes hand in hand with what we were just talking about as far as kind of writing some of this stuff down. What is it? I think there's, is it Isaiah or Ezekiel? It talks about writing it down and making it plain to really get it clear in your mind what it is that you're bringing in. Because we can sit here and go, oh, we just leave it up to spirit willy nilly. Well, you know what? Not to be offensive or what, but you didn't ask for a whole lot of shit in your lifetime. You might want to get clear for spirit on exactly what it is you want to bring in this season, because you've been on the are we there yet train, and